Okay, guys, welcome again to another episode of In Love with Me series. This is a platform which I created to help others, most especially my students, to be motivated and inspired, especially at this challenging time. Today, we have a beautiful, talented journalist. She's one of my inspirations when it comes to media. She has traveled the world. She has met celebrities, inspiring people, and she is probably the only one that can really take on conversations and make it more lively. It's part of her personality. I love being around her, and I'm here to share her with you guys. So let's welcome MJ Marfori. Hi, MJ.
Hi, Mafae. Hello, everyone. Hi to your class and to your friends watching us right now. Thank you so much for that introduction. That was so sweet.
Thank you for having
Thank
time.
you.
I know that this is the time that you're probably busy with your beautiful daughter.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I'm oily.
It's okay.
I can't see my powder, but I gave her, I was trying to put her to sleep. But she's asleep now, so I'm done. Let's do this.
I guess it's the luxury right now of being at home, as a mom.
Yeah.
And by the way, advance Happy Mother's Day. And I know it's your first Mother's Day.
Thank you. It is.
Exciting,
It's,
right?
I'm feeling everything right now. I think also this week, my daughter is turning 6 months on Thursday. So it's also a celebration for me because it's my first time I've been breastfeeding since her birth. And it's also a milestone because it's an achievement. It's so hard. It's so challenging for those planning on having kids. Oh my gosh. I think that's one of the things they don't tell you in classes. You won't learn in classes and textbooks, but you'll just know once you get to apply it on your own baby. Oh my gosh.
But you bounced back so fast. You were at work, you were on TV again. I was like, wow, she's a natural.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, bounce back in that, maybe in the work aspect, yes, because I'm really an active person. But you know what? It's just now that she's turning 6 months that I went through the cesarean section. So it's just now that I'm really getting into dieting and exercising again. Really, just like 2 weeks early, short of her 6 months. I think it's about time that I also give myself some me time, and it's the perfect time with this quarantine, right? And happy mama, happy baby, happy family.
Exactly. So before we get into that, motherhood, your career, how did you come across being a journalist? Did you always want to do that?
Yes, I always wanted to be a journalist ever since. I think I had that blessing that ever since I was in high school, I knew what I wanted to be. And it was innate in me to be a go-getter. Of course, during college, I took up mass comm in LaSalle, and not everyone in my batch became journalists. But I just knew in my heart. I think that's the beauty of it. If you put it in your heart and you put it in your mind, and it comes, the path leads naturally to where you want to be. So that's what happened to me. I first interned in ABS-CBN in UKG as a student in college, and then that's where I knew that, okay, it's sealed. I really want to be a journalist. So yeah, I had the opportunity to do some on-campus there while I was doing my on-the-job training, and then I applied, and it was just natural that I applied in TV5. It was near my place at that time in Quezon City, and they gave me a good offer, so I took it, and here I am now.
So what was the first, I guess, interview or gig that you ever had? Do you always remember the first time?
Okay, so now I'm in entertainment, right? Yeah. I interview the stars. They're my subject. But beforehand, I used to do WAR, AFP and TNT, security. That's national security. So I was always with the soldiers, the policemen. During the elections, the 2010 elections, I remember so vividly we did a stakeout at Camp Crame, and then we rode a chopper to Masbate that same day because some politician was giving up his or her illegal firearms. So those were the stories I was covering, and yeah, and the Commission on Elections and the general assignment. And TV5 was small at that time. So when it suddenly expanded with Manny V. Pangilinan taking over, I decided it was natural. The gift of gab was something I enjoyed. So my boss saw it in me and he was like, okay, we still don't have anyone for the lifestyle and entertainment. Do you want to try it? And since in my OJT and ABS was also lifestyle and entertainment, it was just natural for me to go to that direction. And I really enjoyed it. So until now, that's what I've been doing here in TV5.
Yeah, you're such a natural. I love watching your videos. I'm
Thank you.
Living through you when you meet celebrities. You know?
Thank you so much.
Most especially right now, I know we're all stuck at home, and I saw that you're, I guess it's your relaxation watching K-drama right now.
Okay, that was because I didn't really watch K-drama before.
Yeah.
But I just recently got off my maternity leave, but this is like my 2.0 maternity leave, the quarantine. But yeah, during my maternity leave, I didn't have anything else to watch. So I tried watching The Crash Landing and Vagabond, such good dramas. And I got hooked because it's true what they say. The cinematography, the script writing, it's off the charts. I mean, Korea is next level when it comes to that. And I really enjoyed it until I got to open my eyes and welcome other types of stories like Hi Bye Mama, and the cookie cutter rom-coms. I also watch those, but it's so nice to actually, if you're into entertainment, anyone who's watching right now, it's nice to give those things a try. Like right now, Money Heist is also a top favorite, and it's a Spanish production. This gives us a globalized platform and a globalized taste on not just appreciating one type of entertainment that's being fed to us, such as Hollywood, what we were watching for decades and decades here in the Philippines, right? And the local things that we have, because there are other countries who are offering so much more. And if we, like what the Parasite director said, if we get past that subtitle phase, we will be open to a whole new world of stories and settings, and we'll never know. We just can't relate to it that we didn't know, right? It's beautiful.
We're lucky to have platforms like Netflix and other movie online, because otherwise, this is the time when people really look for things to watch on TV, and all the movie directors or all the actors that haven't given the chance to be really seen because they're like overshadowed by Hollywood movies. Now it's the time, right? So I saw on your feed that you met Captain Ree. We talked about it earlier.
You've been.
So how was he?
Oh, he's really nice and he's really accommodating. I met him at a time that I didn't watch K-drama yet. Yes. So to be honest, when I was in Korea that time, my goal was to buy as much nice face masks in Myeongdong as possible and slap them on my face. But then everyone was really going crazy that time because he just came off his military service, and that was the Memories of Alhambra. That project of his was his first comeback after X number of years, 3 years. So it was a big deal, and he was one of the original oppas, like the crush, the heart matinee idols of Korea, and of course the K-drama fans out there. So when I met him, it didn't mean much, and I was really friendly. He was really friendly. I gave him chocolate-covered fried mangoes.
Yeah,
and another Korean, and that was his favorite because he's been here a couple of times already, like these other Korean stars. Yes. They're very familiar with Boracay. It's like their local beach as well because they have direct flights going there. So it was a pleasure meeting them, and it's so nice seeing him being on top of his game again, being number one because of the crash landing on you. And it's such a joy that, I met the guy.
Right. So nice. Yeah, you've met so many. So apart from Hubin, who have who has been, or what other celebrities is memorable to you meeting them?
Oh, there are a lot. I have been blessed to uh, get. I got to check them off my list. The only one that I really want to interview still is Leonardo DiCaprio. So you're going to ask me that. I haven't had a chance to come across Leo, but the others, of course, there's Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. I met them. First time I met them was back in 2017. Was 2 weeks apart. So that was my dream come true. Imagine meeting Brad Pitt on Wednesday and Tom Cruise on Saturday. I was like, oh my god, did I hit the jackpot? That was my feeling. Yeah, and that was in Japan and in Taiwan. So while I was on the plane traversing from Tokyo to Taipei, I was like, oh my gosh, is this real? I just met Brad, and then I'm gonna meet Tom Cruise. But you know what? What I realized, of course, you know that they're on top of their game, right? The like the AAA plus celebrity, right? So I noticed that kung sino pa yung pinakasikat, like they are the ones who are really down to earth and who really strikes meaningful conversations. Case in point, also Drew Barrymore came here. I also got to converse with her. She is genuine, right? Like she's an icon from the 90s, and she's a darling until now, a sweetheart, America's sweetheart. Also, Will Smith was he was just humble and natural. You know the energy, you know the vibe, right? They just give it off like that. And but my first salvo to really being open in covering international stars was KCTV5. Back in the time Yolanda hit us, it was a top secret mission. Justin Bieber partnered with TV5. We had to fly in 3 days prior to Tacloban. That was 1 month after Haiyan. Dead bodies were everywhere. The stench was there. Everyone you met had someone in the family who died because of Haiyan. So it was an extremely emotional coverage, and very challenging at that, because covering stars, as you just Justin Bieber, like being close in for maybe 3 days, right? You're going to be with him for, you have to be, I noticed you have to be like 3 steps ahead before the media knows where you are. So I was close in media that time. So it's not like, of course, other people would be like, where's he now? So when the other media knew where we were done, and we were like 2 locations ahead of the team. So that was quite challenging, and it was nice to see the kid at his prime, and that was my opening salvo really to getting close up coverage, close in with a star of that magnitude.
Wow, how challenging. So what would be your advice? I mean, of course, there's a lot of young people or even older people that would maybe want to train to be a journalist. Like, what would be your advice on how to stay ready, how to stay focused, and where to begin?
Okay, where to begin? Just get yourself out there, apply. Right now, you're so lucky you have the internet. You don't even, I think now you don't apply. People discover you from the net, right? So if you're a citizen journalist or whatever, just be credible. Just know your sources. Don't spread fake news. If you're not sure, it's okay if you're not the first one to break it. Just be credible. You know, bank on your credibility. Guard it with your life, okay? And then if you want to get into this craft, yes, of course, it was my dream really to interview who I got to interview already, Brad Pitt, Lydia, whoever. But coming into working as a journalist, we were trained to focus on the story and telling the story and getting it across to the viewer as if the viewer is there. So don't go become a journalist and think na artista na ikaw yung bida. Hindi. Okay, you're not a celebrity star journalist. It's not about you. It's about your subject. It's about people will remember you, how you tell your story, how you handled a certain controversy, how you presented it to them, and how respectful you are when there's such a delicate topic that you're covering. That's how people will remember you. So please bank on your credibility, on your facts, and of course, really ask yourself, do you want to do this? Because this is not a glamorous job.
Yes.
You see journalists out there looking prim, looking polished, but just to get there, oh my gosh, sometimes you ride, you got to ride a motorcycle and brave the traffic of EDSA just to get on the news because it's going to air at 6 p.m. You got to do what you got to do. I mean, it's a thankless job. It's a thankless job, but be sure that you know what you want and why you want to be a journalist in the first place.
Yeah, MJ just makes it look easy.
No.
So now that you're a mommy, how do you balance your work life and your personal life?
Okay, so
and your me time.
Me time is just coming in now.
Right.
I'm claiming it. It's entering this week, this month. Okay, but okay, so I ended my maternity leave at Feb 11, and after a month was PCQ, so it's like maternity leave 2.0.
Yeah.
But the time that I delved into work, actually, during maternity leave, there were days that I had to report because it was like special coverage. So I had to put myself out there again. And it was so hard because it's so hard if it's your first baby and you don't want to be away from the baby. Now getting anxiety just thinking about going back on the field again. But you just got to do what you got to do. You got to be blessed with people, a strong support system, such as your husband and people around you, and just trust yourself and remind yourself why you're doing it in the first place, right? Write down your goals, think it through, meditate about it, pray about it. That's the most important thing, to put you in that right headspace before you go back and go at it and go back to your daily grind, because it's not going to be like it was before, and it can be better, right? Because you have something more to look forward to, like your baby. So that's how I balance it. Now I know my priorities right now. I learned how to say no to if it's not that crucial, if we can just do it via Zoom, if we can just do it via email or maybe a video chat, that would be perfect, right? And now I learn to choose essential projects, like projects with a cost, like this one. We're helping a lot of people realize somehow out there, right? So doing meaningful projects, that's how I adjusted to balancing and filtering what needs to be filtered in life. Right. And now me time, I after giving birth, I thought that it's so challenging that I thought that I could just inject it right away. No. So thanks to mommies like you, and of course to other really good and veteran moms out there saying that take it easy, hon, it's gonna go back. I trusted you guys with all your advice. I kept it to heart. The mommy tribe really helped me a lot to trust myself and take it or bring it insert it in my life in the most comfortable time as possible. And now that Erin is turning 6 months, that's when I feel like, hey, it's about time. So now I'm back at work. I still do work from home. I do video interviews. I do our show via online right now also. And right now, the me time is, of course, amping up my nutrition again and building my muscles, exercising again. And I'm not comparing myself to other moms out there. That was your, I know you're a beauty queen, you're perfect, you just also gave birth. But I remember when you guested in my radio show, you said, take your time and it will all come back. You always said that. Now, don't compare yourself to other moms out there because you're different. I trusted that, and that helped a lot.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, just like my campaign, you have to be in love with yourself. You have to be respectful with the process, because everybody's different.
Yes.
But different. I mean, for me, I just had my fourth child, and it was a different process altogether. for you, of course, as first-time moms, and that's something I gave you also when you were reaching out to each other, is that, yeah, stop looking at social media, stop looking at
Yeah.
people's progress, because the more that it's gonna, our hormones are still going crazy after you give birth.
Yes.
So it's still sensitive. When you start comparing yourself with somebody else, that's when it's gonna eat you up, and you
Yeah.
feel as though you're not doing things right. So I'm glad that you're inspired by that, because you're an amazing woman. I really look up
Thank
to you
you.
as far as your hard work. I know it's not easy to be a journalist. It's not easy to get the exciting stories, and I have a lot of respect for media. It's all about, like you said, being real about it. Don't spread fake news. The way that you carry it out, and what I love about you too, you have your technique is already so professional, or up to another level, that you really make people answer questions that they all of a sudden, wait, what did I say? Don't quote me.
Oh my
But
God.
that's why this girl is so good at what she does. That's why she's that, one of the Filipinas that's representing the Philippines when it comes to the
Thank you.
and so what do you look forward to once you are able to go outside? What is the first thing that you would love to do?
Well, I would love to get back on the grind, but let's get real. Until there's no vaccine, it's not that safe out there, and we really have to be extra vigilant with our family, with ourselves, and we have to be extra careful. But I'm excited again to connect with people. And I saw a quote online. It made me laugh. It said that this quarantine made us all realize that there are other people worth not seeing again. I'm sorry. Okay, that's harsh. Okay, that's harsh. But if you really reflect on it, that is so true. Before this quarantine, we were everywhere because social media was a boom. All the tricks and enticing ads are there to let you, to entice you to go out, to eat out, to mingle, to do it for the gram, put up a facade online, etc. But really, this is really a time also to reflect, right? To really know, to have a more meaningful life. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Like, once everything is lifted, there's a vaccine, I really am working on having a more meaningful life. Holistically, with relationships with people. No offense to those that aren't as essential as before to me, but we're just gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it direct, real, purposeful, meaningful, and of course happy, legitimately happy, genuinely happy. That's how we are supposed to. For me.
Yeah, and you said it earlier, now you have an option to say no to things.
Yeah, it's so hard.
I think as an empowered woman, you work so hard, you feel as though, oh, I'm working hard because I'm providing for my family. But then now you're realizing I can still work hard, but I can also still have time for my family. It doesn't mean I have to work 24 hours a day, right? So I think
that was me 10 years ago. Oh my gosh.
But that was before having kids, right? So
yes,
maybe there was a reason for this to happen to, everybody has different reasons of reevaluating themselves, reevaluating their time, like you said, more purposeful life after this, or even now. I mean, we're all realizing.
Yes, I'm starting it now.
Yeah, so you said meditation earlier. Do you have any advice on what kind of meditation are you doing?
Okay, so I'm not an expert, but I realized that it helped a lot. I discovered meditation before I got pregnant. It wasn't because of the fad about meditation, but I do pray a lot. I'm a spiritual person. It gives you the same type of, when it comes to meditation. But meditation is more casual in terms of you can talk to God about anything, about everything. But meditation also gives you another avenue, another shift to really think about your thoughts. Okay, that's pretty complex, thinking about your thoughts, right?
Yeah.
But it gives you the option to take a step back and relax your brain, because our brains are like speed bullets. You know, it's bouncing around. The thoughts are there, the negative thoughts. Sometimes you don't even notice that you've become so toxic because of your thoughts, and you didn't know that how those thoughts got in your brain. Yeah. So it gives you that time to really empty it again and refill it with purpose. I use this app, if I can share it.
Yes, please do.
Not an ad. Okay, it's simple. I was just searching in the app store, and I came across Simple Habit, and I didn't buy it. Okay, yeah, okay. So like 50,000 a year ata siya. So hindi ko siya binili. I just listened to the free apps. You can search it now. It was made by Harvard, Stanford, it's Ivy League, psychiatrists, etc., meditation experts. And they talk about everything. They meditate about everything, about mindful eating, about your life, how to survive this pandemic sanely, etc. Everything and anything under the sun. And again, going back, I first started it because I wanted to have deep sleep, right? Because we're always on the go. When you wake up, you're on your toes all the time, especially with the type of culture that we have here in Manila. Yes. I'm in one place next, 2 places next, 4 places, 4 events in a day. I go back. So how do you unwind? And alcohol won't do that for you. Mindfulness will. So I tried it, like the 5-minute meditations. I just put on a headset and then closed my eyes, and the next thing I know, I woke up. It was the next day. I mean, oh my gosh, it works. Yeah. It works. Oh my gosh. So I also did it in the morning, or when I have free time, or when I feel like my mind is fogged. I do meditation. It helps a lot, guys. I swear. It's like brain exercise.
Yeah, and it's a refresh button too. Just relaxes your mind to stop thinking.
Do you also do it?
I do. I've been doing meditation for quite some time. I do various, like you said, like praying. I pray a lot. Now I do a lot of gong. I don't know if you've heard of gong. So that's what I'm into right now. Also, my good friend Kimmy Lou is a life coach, so she has some meditation app sessions. I'll share them with you. It's really
please.
Yes. I'll share them with you, and of course, people may say, "Oh, what are you doing, Mafae? You got so much going on, like with your children alone." I go, "Yeah, but it's really important." Well, that's the thing. You said it also. There's like 5 minutes. There's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You only need like maybe a minute just to close your eyes, just to concentrate on your breathing. Just
exactly.
let your mind just be blank.
Exactly.
Otherwise, if you don't have those things, it really eats you up. So going back, when you do, let's say, an interview, do you have a ritual? If you just did now, before that, did you have anything that you would do?
Okay. My ritual is to prepare. Prepare all the way to the end. Okay. Before I meet someone or I interview someone, the subject, I always research about the person. I always come to think, if someone knows the person, I'd ask about like how the characteristic is, or if there's none, I just research their credentials, what they're into, etc. I mean, social media will tell you that. So that's one trick. Yeah, that really helps, because sometimes it's offensive, especially for subjects that you go and talk to them with and you don't know anything, right? Like I talk to you and I don't know you have so-and-so kids and you don't have, right? It's disrespectful. Like you invited me and then you don't know anything about me. I know you want to know more about me, but it's also nice that you're courteous enough to address me the right way. Yeah. So that's what I do before I interview.
So no breathing exercises. You just research and then.
Oh yes. But the breathing, I do that always, because there are a lot of information that we consume, especially when you're in the news, right? You have it firsthand. You have it before anybody else, even though it's not in your beat. It's not showbiz. You'll know it because of your colleagues, because of your news desk, and they'll tell you what's happening with the world, etc. It can be quite toxic. So that's also when meditation, applies in my life. After work, that's what I do.
Mm-hmm. And I saw that like the last time I guessed it on your radio show, you had so many topics that you were talking about at the same time you were talking to me. I was like, wow, this woman, how does she do that? What is going on in her mind? And and with radio too, you cannot stop, right? So you're just like,
yes, no dead air,
talking and talking and talking, and I was like,
yeah,
wow. Like after that you might be like, okay, like just laying down, just like you don't want to talk. So at home, do you talk a lot, or is that your time kind of like? Or
okay,
it's just your natural
by
way?
myself. It's my natural way. I'm really, honestly, genuinely curious and interested in you when I ask those questions. I'm really interested. But yeah, at home when I'm alone, I don't really. I don't. I try to clear my mind, and I'm not. Yeah, I'm talkative. Okay, who am I kidding? I'm talkative. Yeah, I'm so talkative. Now I talk to my baby a lot.
Yeah.
Well, she sleeps on me. She was like, "Oh my god, mom, you're so talkative. You sleep."
But isn't it rewarding?
Yes, I'm so excited when she talks.
But you know what? It's so amazing. I know I can talk to you about so many more things. Oh wait, I saw you ordered Korean food the other day.
Oh my
gosh. Are you cooking also right now?
Oh, I'm cooking. Yeah, right now. What I noticed about because we were talking about pre-quarantine, we were everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And we had the habit of eating out a lot because that was I'm sure you do that too. I mean,
yes.
There are a lot of great restaurants out there, but this quarantine, we just realized that I know how to cook. I just don't because of the lifestyle I had prior to this quarantine. But now we cooked again, and it turned out some of the meals were even better than the restaurants. I never knew I could bake. Okay, and then so next I'm gonna try sugar-free cookies. I hope that's success. So there's a therapy in that too.
Yeah.
But going back to the Korean food that you said, Grace Lee, my good friend who owns Coco Restaurant, sent us that because she promised me prior to being pregnant and giving birth that I would get to try Coco. So finally, she delivered me all her goods. But I got to taste it way back when before she started her restaurant. Her mom, Korean moms, right? Asian moms, they cook a lot. So her Korean mom gave her all those recipes, and she's so successful in turning it into an enterprise. So that's where I got the Korean food. It's so good. But we also make kimchi at home. I realized that it's so easy to make kimchi at home.
Yeah.
And it's probiotics. Don't buy, you don't need to buy the expensive probiotics in the stores. You can just make it at home. Just make kimchi. It's so good for you.
I guess that's why all the Koreans, they have like such good figures and good skin.
Sana ako din. Sana ako din. Sana maano ako
let's try it now.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
But anywho, thanks MJ for this afternoon. You're so amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Is there anything you would like to share with the people who are listening, especially the youth? Is there extra motivation that you would like to advise them, especially during this time?
Okay, so I just want to share with all your students and everyone watching us, listening to us right now, that just take it easy, guys. What I mean by that is don't use social media as a tool for you to compare your lives to the people you see online. It's totally different, guys. Whatever they're cooking up this quarantine, their workout, their bodies, their amazing bodies this quarantine, don't compare it to where you are at. Respect where you are at right now and think of where you want to go and work towards your goal. Don't be derailed by what you want to achieve. Focus on that, and that will happen. And when you look back, you won't regret anything. And you'd say to yourself, I didn't waste any time because I devoted my time and my beliefs in making myself be a better person for the world as well, because everyone will benefit from a person whose growth is, really good, right? It's a good influence for the society. So that's what I want to tell everyone who's listening to us right now is, yeah, don't be superficial, and take this quarantine time to also reflect. Yeah, maybe you want to be someone else after this, right? Maybe you're working on something right now and you're not. You realize, oh my gosh, I think I'm not meant for that. I'm meant for this. Go for that goal. Learn about that goal. Educate yourself about it, and it's doable. You can achieve it. Trust yourself. If Beyonce can do it, so can you.
And of course, if MJ can do it, so can you.
Wow,
You know?
thank you.
Diba, we're all in this together. It's not a race.
Yes.
Everybody's stuck at home too, so don't think that you have to
Yes.
be in the finish line before anyone. But like MJ said, reflect, research. See what's good for you. Maybe use other people as a guide, but necessarily, oh no, they're better than me. Don't compare. But again, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Thank you.
One of many more. Baka
Yes,
more
just
kids.
let me know. I know. Okay. If God wills it. Yes. Ay, akala ko sabi ko many more, i-chikahan ko.
Then many more Mother's Day. Baka many more
yes.
children na rin.
We will see. God knows. Just! Okay.
But anyways, there you have it, guys. MJ, such an amazing woman. I will make sure that I will put all her information, her social media. This is the time to reach out to her if you have any more questions, or you just want to know more about her story so you can be inspired. All her meditation habits, and maybe recipes that you want to know from her also. But thank you guys for tuning in. Watch out for more of inspiring people. Maybe we'll have MJ again. But continue watching her on TV. She's an amazing journalist. You will learn and see that her vibrant personality really comes out on TV, as well as how you met her today. So love you, MJ. Thank you so much.
Love you guys. Thank you. Take care.
Soon.
More.